Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to your channeled message reading. This is the Dream Clairvoyant. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I do hope you're all doing well, feeling safe, and feeling blessed because you are. So for the channeled message reading, it does not matter what your zodiac sign is or or your gender is. Absolutely anyone may resonate with this message. I just ask that you use discernment to take what resonates and leave what does not. So let's go ahead and get started. Remember that the cards represent energies that any gender can embody. So unexpected income is here. Holy Spirit, tell us more about this message. Oops, it's a card I didn't flip over earlier. Okay, tell us more about this message. Let's see here. Poverty. Tell us more about this message. Privileged lady. Poverty and then privileged lady. Interesting. Because the privileged lady is affluent. Clarify poverty. Unless she's going through some financial crisis. Let me see. Coffin. Death. Endings. Yeah. Seems like this is someone who's going through some financial issues. But that won't be long. The coffin card represents death, an ending to something. Clarify poverty. Main female. Yeah, so I feel like there's someone here who's going through a financial crisis. Like this person, they're losing money. They're going through a really hard ending here. Like, I don't know if they've lost their job or their business isn't generating as much money, but to be in poverty is to lack. And I do feel like it has to do with finances. But that won't be for long because unexpected income is here, okay? And then privileged lady is here. So it feels like someone who is of affluence, but they're losing money. You see, and then she came out again as main female. So someone who is affluent, you know, and lives a well-off life, but I think something happened here with poverty and coffin. But the thing is, she's about to receive unexpected income is what I see. Yeah, like life is getting a little bit hard for her. What happened though with this poverty card here, this financial loss? What happened here? Four of Wands, which is my big redemption card, but also represents a commitment. King of Cups. I feel like there's someone who wants this woman to lose money. I'm just saying. I feel like, yikes, this is an abusive relationship. And what do I mean by abuse? It's almost like someone who wants a woman to lose her affluence, lose her status, lose her success. It's like so that he can come in and sort of save the day, but I feel like he wants this woman to need him, like where she doesn't, where she's in a tight spot, you know, she's stuck in a tight place and she lacks, and then he comes in to like save the day, you know, and relieve the stress off her. But why does he have to wait for her to be in a loss? I have a problem with people who, it's like, in order for them to thrive, you have to be down. You know, like in order for them to pursue you, your guards have to be down, or you have to be at a low point, a vulnerable point, in order for them to be confident enough to pursue you. It's a red flag. It's a big red flag, because what happens when you are confident and life is going well? Is that gonna bother them? Like, do you always have to be low in order for them to be high? To sort of like have an upper hand? Was your affluence intimidating them? Your confidence, was it intimidating them? Or do they like to be in partnerships where they have the upper hand and the other person needs them? I don't like something here. There's a red flag. And if this is your story, I hope you know that um, money's coming to you, okay? Money's coming to you. You will not suffer. You're a privileged lady. Like, you're meant to live a very comfortable life, and a very, Spirit just said, abundant life. That could have even been your blessing, right? Um, to live abundantly, where you will always have more than enough, and you will always have security and stability. I think someone's testing God here, and I feel like it's a person who's romantically interested in you, who's testing God. There's something about this man that you're dealing with, and I am seeing specifically a man. This is a specific story for someone. This man likes to conquer. He likes to rule. He likes dominance. He likes power. Um, and he always gets what he wants. He's very used to always getting what he wants. And there's something about this man. I don't know. Maybe he was a ruler in a past life or something, like an ancient past life, because I feel like he is a ruler now, but in a modern way, where this could be someone who has a lot of wealth. And they conquer, the business world. Like, whatever their industry is, this person would be like a tycoon, Um, and then they happen to set eyes on you, right? So when they met you, you were privileged, right? Like, you had it going very well for yourself. And that was different for them because they have this thing where they like power and control. So naturally, they tend to be attracted to people who have less than them. They've never been in a relationship where it's equal, where they have a partner who's just as wealthy and successful as them. Okay? They've always been in a position where, the person needed them. They had some sort of upper hand. But it was different. I feel like this person, this is definitely someone's story, because it's like I'm watching a movie and I'm just explaining what I'm seeing. I'm not even really having to shuffle the cards. That's incredible. But, this person, when they first laid eyes on you, they became very infatuated with you. It was almost like, love at first sight. And they haven't been able to forget you or get over you at all. Now, the average person, the average man would just pursue her, right? Like, if you're interested in someone, you pursue the person. But there's something about her independence that really kind of intimidated him. Although he is super duper wealthy, the fact that she was unfazed by him, I think this man, something's going on here. I think this man has a lot of pride and ego due to the world that he lives in, right? It's like he lives in his own bubble. When people have money, they can really live in their own world, right? They get a say in what happens. They have a lot of money and power, so they do sort of create their own bubble, you know. Sometimes they may even create their own territory, because something tells me this is someone who owns like properties and stuff. So this is someone who does feel like a god, okay? There comes a point when a person hits so much wealth where they feel unstoppable, they feel invincible. And they are outlawed in a way, right? They can break certain codes and laws and stuff like that because of their money. And in a way, they start to mimic the characteristics of the devil. So the devil card, the original meaning of the devil card is someone who is like easily seduced by the material world. This person carries the energy of the devil so strongly, as in they may not be like someone who is like wicked or evil or into, spiritual darkness, but their energy mimics one of the devil, as in they have a lot of pride and ego, and they have a lot of control over people, places, and things. This person is in high places. In the physical realm, they are in high places. This person could be like like an executive, CEO, investor, business owner. Like they have a high standing in society. So it's like they stand. It's like, imagine like a wealthy business owner or CEO or something, and he's standing in his 40-story penthouse, and he's at the very top, overlooking the entire city, and he has a higher view than everybody else. Like, this is a man who, sorry you guys, this is a man who has conquered, and he's very hardworking, and he has climbed his way to the top. But I do believe that he has forgotten the God who put him at the top. And it's a very dangerous thing when God shows favor in you and he raises you to the top, because the higher God takes you, the more you have to be careful, because if he takes you to the second floor, okay, if you slip up in your faith and you mess up, you'll fall from the second floor. Okay, it's not as painful. If he takes you to the 10th floor, right, he raises you up to the 10th floor, you fall, good luck, right? He takes you to the 30th story of a building, skyscraper, and you fall, you're not going to survive. So that fall, it's almost like the story of the fallen angels. When God has favor in you, the closer you are to God, the more obedient you should be. Don't slip up, especially in a bad way. And God gives people chances after chances. He's a very merciful God. But you can only do things so many times until he takes everything away from you within a blink of an eye. And it's very, very similar to the story of Lucifer, who was God's favorite. God favored him so much. I mean, there's a story in the Bible where Lucifer, who is the choir director in the heavens, his instruments were made of gold. But the favoritism got to his head so much that he thought that he could take the place of God, which is impossible and can never be done. Man can never be God. The creation can never be the creator. It's like the son trying to be his father's the son trying to be the father to his father. It doesn't make sense. Or the daughter trying to be the mother to her mother. It doesn't make sense. The creation can't be the creator. And everything that we have here in the material world, here on this physical plane called Earth, it is God's creation. And so if he gives it to us, he can take it back within a blink of an eye. So that's what happened with Lucifer, where he was so loved and favored, and instead of that humbling him, he thought that he could take the place of God. And so that's when he tried to wage war, and he got his behind casted out. And it wasn't just him, but it was him and a group of other angels who he connived with. And that's where the story of the fallen angels and Lucifer comes from. And he lost everything. He lost everything. And everything that he has now is the counterfeit of what God has. So be careful for people who are in high places where God has favored you and you have rise to the top. Be very, very careful. Stay closer to God than ever before when he raises you to the top. Because when you fall, that fall will be hard. Like I said, if you're on the, he raises you, from the first story to the second story, okay, the second level. He raises you to the 10th level, 30th, 40th, 50th level. Like, imagine you're in a skyscraper, and you're on the 3rd floor. Okay, if you fall, maybe you'll break something or something like that. But you're living on the 10th story or the 20th story, the 30th story, and you fall from grace. My God, if you fall from God's grace, there's no coming back. This man, he's at a peak. He's on the verge of destitution. If he does not stop trying God, taking himself to be God, he has forgotten God. Even though everything that he has, even the breath of life, every day, every second we're breathing, the breath of life comes from God. But when a person gets to a place of so much wealth and status, it makes them feel like they are God, and they're not. What's going on with this man is he has manifested the devil within himself. And anytime where you see people who like seek power and control and dominionship, and you see them manipulating, right? Whether they're trying to be corrupt, they're trying to be seductive, they're trying to be tempting. Anywhere where you see people wanting power and control, they have some sort of dark spiritual attachment. I feel like what's happened to this man, I don't feel like anybody has done like spell work or anything to him. I feel like he has manifested. So the devil is an entity of his own, but we can manifest the devil within ourselves by our behavior. Okay. This man, oh my gosh, his spirit reminds me of like a literal demon, the way that he behaves. And he has a lot of power. He has a lot of power. He has a lot of strength. And when he strongly desires things, people, places, and things, he doesn't stop until he can conquer it. This is not someone who really knows how to love. This is someone who knows how to conquer. Like, he likes to capture people, places, and things, and he keeps them as his own. This is like a beast. And he has been watching this woman. He's been very interested in this woman. And there's something about this woman that appears very delicate. There's something about her that's very soft and gentle. And this beast here is infatuated. Opposites attract. That's what's going on here. It's like the story of Beauty and the Beast. The beast has never seen something so beautiful, so genuine, so pure, and so innocent. There's a softness to her, and he's hooked. He finds her very alluring. But he doesn't know how to pursue her because he's not gentle, right? He's like a beast. This man is demanding, possessive, controlling, obsessive, unruly. He's not empathetic at all. And so he's cautious to approach her because he doesn't want to scare her. Right? He doesn't want to scare her. And I feel like he's cautious to approach her because he can tell that she's different, and she won't be interested in him. He knows it. She won't be interested in him, his way of life. She wouldn't. And he doesn't know how to get her. He doesn't know because this is a privileged woman. So she has her own. She doesn't need him. Even if her wealth doesn't equate to his, she does very well for herself. She lives comfortably. And so he's just been staying at a distance. And the reason why I'm highlighting her affluence is because if she was someone who was poor and needed help, he would see her as vulnerable and he would absolutely approach her. Because then he knows that she wouldn't really have a choice. If he does offer her help, she would be in a desperate situation, and she would accept his help. And that's exactly what he wants. Accept my help, accept my gift. Let me help you out, but I want something in return. Very similar to when people do deals and biddings with the devil, right? He'll always want something in return. So that's what has happened. It's almost like he's been silently hunting this woman, just waiting for her to break. waiting for her to slip and need his help, but it's not in a good way. It's to have an access point to her, an entry point. And I do believe, and if he's not careful, this woman is a lot more dangerous. I know she appears to be very, like, there's something almost like an angel here on earth. She's very alluring. Like, he can even, I feel like this man can even see her light. Her aura, it shines so bright. And he's completely engulfed in this woman. Like, he's infatuated. He can't stop looking at her. He can't stop watching her. He doesn't know what to do. He can't control himself. And it's almost like he's hunting her a bit, watching her, waiting for her to need help, where he can come out of the shadows and she wouldn't have a choice but to say, yes, please help me. He's been waiting for her to be in a vulnerable state. Now, I do feel like he's baiting her, but what he doesn't realize, like, there's something here where he thinks he's hunting. He thinks she doesn't know what she's doing, but I feel like this was all a trap. I feel like this was all a part of the divine's plan for this woman to enter this man's life. And she's very different from the people in his life, like physically, spiritually, she's very different. So she's hard to forget. He can't replace her. It's like this spiritual thing that God has placed on this woman where it captures this man. And he hasn't seen anyone like her before in his life, because I'm pretty sure everybody in his life is just as greedy and materialistic as him, you know. But what he doesn't realize, he thinks that she doesn't know anything, but she knows everything. She knows everything. She comes off as someone who's very delicate and innocent. And she is, but I feel like she has a spiritual mind where even though she is innocent, she knows things that other people don't know. And it's because she's connected to the Most High. So the Most High shares things with her. And I feel like this woman she has strong faith, because I feel like she has done some things and people will look at her as naive, but she knows that she's protected. So to the outside world, they see her as innocent and naive, but really she's brave and courageous because she has faith in God and she knows that she's protected. In the spirit realm, this woman is a giant. But to your physical eyes, she looks like some beautiful, soft, sensitive, affluent woman. But she knows she can be very dangerous. And what do I mean by that? She knows your moves before you even do anything, but she's going to play stupid or she's not going to react. I feel like there's something very calm about this woman, and it's because she knows that she's protected. It's not that she's stupid or naive. She knows the plans that God has for her. And so she's very obedient and disciplined, and she does as he tells her to do without any fear. But that calmness, that calm nature that she carries, it can make anybody believe that, she's naive. I'm going to capture her. I'm going to catch her or something. No. This is an undercover, like this woman is playing as like an undercover distant horizons. I don't even feel like she comes from this area. I feel like she has maybe a foreign background, or maybe she's from a different main male. There's something about her. She's very different. She's not from the area where she's at now. I see this as someone like someone who's living in an affluent community, but she's not from there. House, distant horizons, main male, and house. Yeah, so she comes from a different background. okay? She comes from a different background, like someone who's like self-made or something. You know, they can grow up with wealth, but they live in wealth right now. So there's still this humbleness to her, but she has now merged lives, right? Now she's in an affluent community where she knows this man, or this man knows her, main male. That's him. It's like two people from different backgrounds, and they meet in the same neighborhood or community. This is all a part of, this is truly all a part of God's plans. Even if she doesn't know what's going on, she plays a big role in this. God is using her for a higher purpose, is what I'm trying to say. And there was another thing that I wanted to say. I feel like this man, I don't think he's doing it intentionally, but when you focus on someone so much, you can send them energies. You can send them energies. And I feel like what he's been doing is he wants her so badly. Like, he has very strong desires for her. He wants her so badly to the point where I feel like he wants to strip her away. Like, he wants to take her strength away, her confidence away. He wants her in a vulnerable spot. And he may not be sitting there and like he may not even be aware of this, you know? Like, sometimes when a person becomes so tunnel visioned on their desires, they may not even recognize the method that they're using, the way they're going about things. The way he's going about it is wrong, but I don't think he's sat there and reevaluated it. What I'm saying is, I don't feel like he's consciously saying, I want this woman to be weak and lose what she has so I can go and catch her, you know, and take her with me. It's not, but it's like the energy of it, where he just wants her so bad, but he doesn't know how to pursue her, because she may even be the kind of person who isn't superficially fazed. She may be, there's something different about this woman. Like, he maybe has even tried to woo her, maybe, whether she noticed or not. This would be the kind of man who would like get in their Range Rover and, you know, drive past you just so that you can see they're in their Range Rover or Lamborghini or whatever, those luxury cars. You know, or this would be someone who would invite her to his property, his home, his mansion, or something that he owns, and think that that's going to wow her. And she may be impressed, but it won't be a reason why she would want to be with him. She's very different. He doesn't know how to pursue this woman. You know, he doesn't know how to pursue this woman at all. At all. He doesn't know what to do. And so I feel like energetically, at the back of his mind, I don't feel like he's been consciously doing this, though. He has not been consciously wishing her anything bad. But at the back of her mind, like, I'm telling you, I've encountered people like this before. And you have too. You know, they almost behave sociopathically, where they're just waiting for you to be in a vulnerable point in your life so that they can come in. They're looking for, did you guys know that in clinical psychology, the word path, like how we have psychopath, sociopath, the word path means the pathway that is least resistant. So he's hunting is what he's doing here. And he's just, you know, and people can become hunters and scavengers and predators when they're so focused on their strong desires that nothing else matters. Having integrity and morals doesn't matter. They just desperately want what they want. And they start behaving like real life predators. It's scary. And I do feel like that's what he's been doing to this woman. And he's been looking, but it's been like he's not consciously aware of it. He's just so focused on how he can get her that he's not thinking about anything else. He's not thinking about the way that he's going about it or how it could affect her. And what I'm saying is, he wants to find a weak point. He wants her to be weak. He wants that access point to her. So I feel like energetically, he has been sending negative energies to her finances and her success. because that's what's upholding her. That's what's keeping her strong and confident and not vulnerable and defenseless. Right? So it's like it's almost like sending an intent, like putting an intent out there, an intention out there, but he's doing it energetically. Like he's not confiding in like witch doctors and stuff like that. He's not chanting, let her lose her money, da, da, da. But it's like subconsciously he's doing that. He's sending her energies, and it's targeting, because he's putting it out there. I need an access point to this woman, right? But she's so independent, she's so confident. She won't be fazed by my wealth, and I don't know how to go about anything without my wealth. Like, this is someone who they use their wealth for everything. I don't think this individual even has to really pursue people. People go to them, right? People go to them. So he's been waiting. What he's been doing is he's been waiting for an opportunity to help her. Like, he's just in the background waiting for something to happen. Like, does she need something? Does she need to be saved? Does she need to be protected? Does she need help with something? He's been waiting for her to need help so that he can swoop in. But I don't like that. I don't like that, because if she does accept his help, I feel like he will want something from her, want something back. Like, she will feel the need to continue the connection with him because he has helped her. And a part of him, that's what he wants, even though he's not consciously aware. So if this is you, privileged lady, you really need to say a prayer. Pray to God and ask God to protect your stability and security. May there be an overflow. May there be an increase, a financial increase in your life. May there be restoration in your life, because things are going downhill in your life financially, and it's not for nothing. It's because this man here, he's so strongly desiring you, but he wants an access point to you instead of him just coming to you. So he wants you defenseless and vulnerable. And so in a way, your finances are being energetically targeted. I wish there was a way that I could better explain it. It's like his, so, and this man does come from a place of energetic darkness because of the way he lives his life. He likes power and control. Those are not things that are of light, So the forces that he's unintentionally, unknowingly using is the forces of darkness. He's not aware of it. Like, this is not someone who's into the dark arts. But when you come from this sort of lifestyle where it's all about, anywhere where there's money and power and status, that is where the devil is. Because that's where most people desperately want to be. So I almost feel like this man has like unknowingly called in some dark energies, and it doesn't just come from him, but it's where he lives, the people he's around, his lifestyle, his community. It's filled with people who are hungry for money and power, so they carry dark energies, and he's around them all the time. He carries it as well. It's all energetic. It's all energetic, is what I'm trying to say. So I feel like there's something that he's going to do. He may present, he's been trying to figure out something like present, is it an offer or an opportunity to help you? Because something tells me that you do need financial help, and he's going to use this. You see, he's just been waiting, 3 of Wands, waiting. But again, why wait for someone to be at a low point in order for you to pursue them? Why not just go to them when they're confident and uplifted? And he himself may not even be able to understand that. He may be convincing himself that, oh, I'm just nervous, I'm just insecure, and she's just so confident, I don't know how to pursue her, you know. But really there's a spiritual significance behind this man's behavior. He may not be spiritually in tuned enough to understand why he's behaving the way that he is. It's because there are dark energies, dark forces around him. Okay. But you're light, and I feel like it's really like a matter of like dark forces, like a person who has dark forces around them versus a person of light. They can't meet. So that's actually why he hasn't been able to come towards you. That's the spiritual explanation. But he's not spiritual. He's just seeing it as, oh, she's just so confident, so beautiful, I don't know how to pursue her, da, 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 da. But really, you know, the dark forces around him is what keeps him at a low place emotionally and energetically, you know. So it's just one of those things where it's like you have a man here who is wealthy and of affluence, and maybe he looks powerful and confident and he acts that way, but really internally he's not confident in himself at all. And that's what happens. There's no thriving in darkness, because that darkness will eventually hurt you. And that's what's happening to him, where it may not be hurting his finances, but it's hurting him energetically, emotionally, and spiritually, where he has a low self-esteem. And you also need to pray and protect yourself, because don't allow these things. God is your provider. God is your provider. Even if you have taken a financial loss, please do not live your life in fear and paranoia of what will happen next, because fear weakens the spirit. And when your spirit is weak, your protection level goes down. And your light doesn't shine as bright because you lack faith. And so that's when it's easy for dark forces to infiltrate your life. Okay, so be very, very careful. Even if you're experiencing a financial loss right now, remain uplifted in spirit. Keep your spirit uplifted. Keep your faith. Continue to have unwavering faith. And I'm telling you, just when you feel like you're about to lose it all, God is going to swoop in and pick you up, because your faith could be tested right now. Like, I'm telling you, this man is watching. He's watching. He's watching. And what's going to happen, he wants to offer you something. He wants to offer you something. If you're not able to pay for something, you know, I feel like he's going to give you some sort of, you know, it's going to come off as like a kind gesture, a charitable donation. But look at the cups, like King of Cups, Two of Cups. Okay, thank you, Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit just told me another thing, where the relationship was never supposed to start like this, where you're at a low place, he's at a high place, and he comes in. This man cannot touch you or even come close to you because you guys are of opposite forces. Okay? There is dark energies around him, and there is light energies around you. So there's going to be a repel. Like, you guys will not be able to clash and merge. So that's why he has had to stay at a distance for now. And the divine is saying, if you really want this woman, you will have to change your ways. This man will have to rebuild his connection to the Most High. And he did have a connection with the Most High. He did. But when God took him to high places, he forgot about God. and he started to take himself to be God. And you were sent to this man to help inspire change in him. We can't change anyone. But for those of us who have chosen the path of righteousness, we can inspire people to also come into the light. And time is ticking. I made this example early on in the reading where I said, be careful, because there are people who start off being humble, being genuine, being a believer, and they do everything that God asks them to do so that God will take them to where they want to be. And the second they arrive there, they suddenly don't know God. Because when he takes you to high places and you fall from grace, that is going to be a hard fall. And he's on the verge of that. He's on the verge of that. You entered this man's life to try to inspire him, to change his mind, to go back to who he used to be and rebuild his connection to God so that he can be saved. But you can't try God. You can't try God, because I'm telling you, within a blink of an eye, he can take it all away. He's on the verge of that. But you're meant to influence this man to change for the better so that that won't happen. So that falling from grace will not happen. It's like he's testing God. God's like, you're getting on my nerves. And then you're there and you're trying to tell him, stop. Do things differently. Because if you keep on testing God, you will fall from that 40-story penthouse or $30 million mansion that you live in. You will fall. It's almost like you're there to intercede, is how it feels. It's like you're there to intercede, to show him a new way of life, a better way of life, or the good way of life. And he has a choice. Now he's torn. Now this man, so much is coming to me. Let me show you where he's at. It's like you're the angel in his life, inspiring him to change. It's like, you know, those movies where you'll see like the angel on someone's shoulder and then the devil on the other side, right? The devil on one shoulder, the angel on one shoulder. That's literally like this man is torn between the two. He's in this Two of Swords. Wow. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Because this message is strong, it's fresh. Like I'm seeing images of cards. It's, wow. This is a warning for someone. He's here. He's in the Two of Swords. He's torn between two worlds. He's torn, like he has a choice to either remain where he's at now in this energetic darkness, or to take the light, to walk into the light. And you represent that. Again, imagine like on TV, right? Where you see like there's a person and they're indecisive, and then you have like the devil in one ear and the angel in their other ear. That's what's going on. You are a representation of the light. You are a representative. And you're so powerful, because you know what the Holy Spirit just showed me? It's like You're one versus the hundreds of people in his life who are encouraging him to remain in this darkness. I literally just saw it's a fight, it's a battle. They're all attacking you because you are a good influence on this man. And all the people, oh my gosh, it's like one person, you, versus hundreds of people. And they want you out of this man's life because you are a good influence. And the reason why they want you out of his life, the reason why they are so hooked on this man, the reason why they're in his life in the first place is to use him for what he has. And so if he chooses you, if he comes into the light, right? If he comes into light and he chooses you, they will fall. They won't have any room in his life. They won't have any room, role, position in his life. He will leave them. The blessings that God has given this man, he's sharing it with the wrong people, the wrong crowd. So that's why God wants to take it away from him. He's not using his blessings, his financial blessings, rightfully. He's using it wrongfully, ungratefully. I feel like this man even uses his money he spends his money on things he shouldn't be spending his money on. He's using the financial blessing that God has given him in a sinful way. So God wants to snatch it away from this man, like I'm telling you, but he's so merciful. He's so merciful that he sent his humble servant towards this man to say, I'm giving you one last chance. He is truly the main character, number one, main male. He really is. Because this warfare is about him, but you're an intercessor. And let me just make something very clear. An intercessor is someone who God appoints, who God will lead. Intercessors don't just go out looking for trouble, wanting to be someone's savior. When you lead yourself into things that God didn't appoint you to, you're gonna find yourself in a helpless place. And then you start calling on God's name to help you, and he's looking down at you like, I didn't tell you to go there. I didn't tell you to go there. I didn't tell you to go to that person. You led yourself there. An intercessor is someone who God leads to a specific person, place, or thing to help, to intervene. And intercessors, the help that they provide is spiritual help, by the way. It's spiritual. They pray for people. They intercede by prayer. Because they are battling the forces of darkness. This is not a physical war. This is not a war between flesh and blood. This is a war between rulers of the dark world, principalities, demonic spirits, the forces of darkness, the kingdom of darkness. It's not physical. And the only way to fight spiritual warfare is by prayer, and especially fasting. I've talked about it several times. If your diet allows it, take a couple hours of fasting. There's different types of fast. You can look it up, whether on Google or YouTube. That is the key to breaking and fighting spiritual warfare. You've got to put God at the front line. So that's who an intercessor is. They intercede by prayer, and God tells them who to intercede for. They don't lead themselves. They are led. And there will never be a time where God appoints you to a certain person, place, or thing unequipped. If he sends you there, Trust me, he has people there, just like how the devil has his agents stationed there. God also has his people stationed there to help the intercessor. You have help, is what I'm trying to say, privileged lady. There are people there who are watching you, praying for you, covering you. You may not even know them. You may not even know them. You have angels, archangels, guardian angels. They're all assisting you. So when you need help, whether it's financial help, emotional help, you pray. God is your provider. Do not turn to man to provide, because what's happening now to you is the devil's trying to tempt you as well, where I see you're going through like a financial loss and your person wants to come in and give you an offer. Don't take it. God is your provider. He is your source. Whatever you need, you talk to God about it, and he will bring about a resolution. I promise you, because your faith is being tested as well. This is such an intense battle. Because what happens when you take this man's help? You're now under his grace and his mercy. You owe him something. Right? The forces of darkness, they're trying to wipe you out because you are the good influence. You're that angel on his shoulder and the devil's on his other shoulder. So if you fall, mission over, mission unsuccessful, mission incomplete. Wow. This is him, Two of Swords. It's like someone who's in the middle of good versus evil. They're torn. Which path do I take? So you have to be strong because you're the one who's inspiring him. You're the one who's leading him. But I promise you, the reward, if you successfully complete this mission, oh my gosh, your generations will never have to worry. They will never have to suffer, especially when it comes to material wealth. Like the kind of blessing that God is going to give you, it'll come in the form of fortune. You will have so much fortune that your generations, the generations after you, will never have to worry about their security and stability. Do you know how powerful that is? How God blesses you, and it doesn't just stop with you. The blessing continues throughout your generations. Your children's 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 children will benefit from the work that you're doing right now. Your servitude right now, it'll benefit your children's children's children. This is a powerful mission that someone is on. It really is. Wow. So what he's going to do, he's seeing this as the perfect opportunity to come into your life. He's showing up as the King of Cups. He wants something romantic. I actually feels like he wants a commitment, the Hierophant. Hierophant could even represent marriage. He wants a coming together, Two of Cups. And Four of Wands is a commitment. He wants to tie the two of you together. The word is commitment. But you can't commit to this man when he's in this condition. He's in bad condition. He has not done the work. He has not chosen good over evil. He has not. Which is why I feel like he's almost trying to find this as a cheat code to you. Well, she needs my help. Let me go, you know? When really the divine is like, you cannot touch that woman. That woman is not your wife. That woman is not your divine spouse until you can do the work and rebuild the connection that you have with me. But then he can always say, well, you know, look at her. She needs help. I need to go and save the day. And what's going to happen is you're going to feel so submissive to this man if you accept his help. You will sense it. It's almost like you will be doing the deal with the devil. You're now his slave. This man has controlling tendencies. If you work with him, you will be controlled and you will be manipulated. And the people in his life, they will laugh. They will chew up the both of you. They will chew up him and the rescuer, the person who was sent to help him. Wow. Judgment. Queen of Wands in the reverse. The World. The Emperor. I feel like you are going through so much. My goodness. May God continue to give you the strength. And you won't have to be in this forever. There's a due date for things. God has given this man a certain amount of time. When that time is up, you're free, you get to go. And darkness will overtake him. I see devastation. I see a major financial loss for this man. He will lose everything. That fall from grace will be so hard, he won't be able to recover. He'll go from sleeping in a mansion to sleeping outside on the floor, on the ground. So every mission has its due date, its completion date. Every assignment has a due date. So I want you to know that you're not stuck with this man forever. This is not something where you're going to let go of your own life to save someone, where you end up compromising yourself. I feel like many of you, if this is really your message, this person was revealed to you. Which is why you even wanted to help them so badly, because you felt like there was a connection there. You're probably wondering, why did I see them in that vision? Why did I see them in that dream? God will never just lead you to people, places, and things blindly. He will reveal snippets about the situation prior. He may not reveal everything, but he will reveal good insight, good information. And if he wants you to help someone, he will reveal that person to you so that you won't feel like, oh, let me just go out there and choose people to help. Because some people present to be in need only for you to grab their hand and help them, and they pull you down. So that's why I'm saying intercessors, they don't lead themselves. Wow. Temperance. Peace, harmony. Page of Cups in the reverse. Why is the Page of Cups in the reverse? King of Swords. King of Swords. King of Swords. Oops. King of Swords. King of Swords. Let me see here. King of Swords. Death. That's him. He's the King of Swords. He's going through a major ending. He's going through it's a spiritual ending. It's spiritual transformation. The death is an ending that leads to transformations. You see, when you met this man, he was in the King of Swords energy, where I feel like he was not receptive to anything, anyone, like this person was shut off. They were cold and numb. They were so far gone, out of touch, not in tune with their feelings and emotions. They lacked empathy. I feel like this person was cold. So far gone. They were not in touch. This is someone who I feel was not even like, there was no compassion. Their intuition was completely blocked. They were in such a low point in their life. Page of Cups is even in the reverse. They weren't receptive to anyone. You know, they weren't interested in anyone. Like, they were far gone. And it's so bad. It's so dangerous. It's spiritually dangerous when people get to that point where they're losing themselves gradually and they become like empty vessels. And evil spirits love empty places, empty souls, right? And they become these sorts of people who become empty and broken, and they lose themselves like that. They become hosts for demonic spirits to reside in. You know, to literally possess. Wow. That's what happened. That's what happened to this man. Oh my gosh. You were sent to save this man from destruction. Darkness was going to capture this man in ways that you can't even imagine. His story would have literally been a tragedy. Falling from grace. What's happening here, I feel like he's been waking up. He's been feeling like himself again. His spirit doesn't feel like it's drifting. Like, I'm telling you, when people get to this point where it's like they start losing themselves. It's almost like their soul, their spirit ends up moving out of their body, and then another demonic host resides in their body. That's what ends up happening. He's been, with the Temperance card, peace and harmony, like he's been feeling like himself again, like he's waking up. This man has been healing and recovering is what it is, but he's not here as the hermit. He's not here as the hermit, so he could be done healing. Wait a second. He could be, you know, Temperance is peace, harmony, alignment, centering himself. Okay. And then Judgment. feel like he does feel like himself again. Hold on. Four of Swords. Five of Swords. Oh, wow. I think where he's at, wow. Okay. Clap for yourself. Clap for yourself, because I actually feel like you completed this mission. You completed this mission. Oh my God. Who are you? Like, you're like some sort of, I would say you're, people would say like earth angel, but I feel like you are a higher ranking angel. You're like Archangel Michael, but in human form. Like, you carry that sword and you slay demons back to back. There's not a single mission that God has appointed you on that you have failed. And I feel like that's why he actually chose you for this mission, because this is a intense battle here. I don't think you understand it. I don't think you understand the kind of spiritual warfare that you were in on the behalf of this man. I don't think you understand, because you did it like it was easy. And you did it, and the Holy Spirit is saying, you did it sooner. You did it sooner than expected. So, you know how I said earlier, every assignment has a due date? This is probably something that you were probably supposed to be in this man's life for like a year or two. But I feel like you completed the mission within a couple of months. What the heck? You remind me like your spiritual presence, and I did feel it. I was like, this is some sort of like angelic, you're like some sort of, I have to be careful with my words because I don't want people to misunderstand me, but you're like some sort of, like, you have power. Like, you have more power than you know. Maybe that's a good thing, because you know how like demons love dominionship and power and control. You have dominionship. You have authority. You have power and authority. You are a ruler of your own, but from the kingdom of God. Like you know how like in the kingdom of darkness there's demons and stuff. In the kingdom of God, like, you have been established. Like, you are a ruler. You are a, yes, you're angelic, but you're like, what is the word? You're like a god or goddess of your own. And it's not to equate you to the God, but I feel like he has given you power and authority. You have, like, you weren't just called, you were called to the kingdom of God, and you accepted your calling, and then you passed the test, and now you have been established into the kingdom of God. So you have power from the Most High. Like, the Most High has given you power and authority. You have gifts. Like, when you speak, there's something that I'm seeing about you where you can make the wind blow. Like, you have power over earthly elements. If you need assistance, you speak it into existence. You speak it into the universe, and forces and all the forces of good will come and assist you. Like, even animals, when animals see you, they know that you are connected to the creator. Like, oh my gosh. Like there's something about, I don't want to say too much, but there's something about you that is so powerful, but you don't use the power that God gave you to abuse people. It is of good and not evil. So the very thing that these dark forces are fighting for, you have it. And you have a lot of power and authority. Like you can control things, but not in a bad way. Like you can speak things into existence. You speak it and it happens immediately. Even by just thinking about something, it happens. It's like you are a ruler. Like you are a ruler in the kingdom of God. Like he has established you. Like you're like I'm getting like your highness. Like you're like some sort of king or queen. Like that is, oh, I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills. I think that's really your title. Y'all, I'm getting chills. I don't know if you can see it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I think that's the word. Like you are literally like royalty is what I'm trying to say. You're royalty. Like you're like some sort of like you're like the king's, like, you know, when people say like the king's daughter. Daughter of who? The king's daughter, daughter of Christ. Like, or the king's son, son of who? Son of Christ. Like, you've been established. I keep on getting goosebumps all over me. You are royalty. And I'm seeing like a golden, you have like, and I literally made this example. I was like, you know, Archangel Michael, he's known for that sword. You have one too, you do, but yours is golden. And when you step into places, when you step into territories, like oh my gosh. Let me just, okay. That's between you and God. You have got to talk to God about who he says you are. Like literally pray and be like, Father, Lord, reveal to me who I am in your kingdom. And that's when you will know of the power and authority that he has given you. That's between the two of you. But you are powerful, but you're so like gentle. You're so gentle. And just know that you're not powerless. That's really all I would say. You are powerful and you have been fully equipped for this mission. You have power, authority, gifts. You even have guardian angels. Like you have, like when you go to places, you have guardian angels who escort you. You're never by yourself. And then you also have physical guardians. Like you have other people of light. You have other light workers who are around you, but they won't say it. And they watch you, they protect you, they guide you. They like they pray for you. They intercede for you. An intercessor also needs protection. That is crazy. In a good way, in an amazing way. You have people, like actual people. You're not by yourself. You have actual people who know about you. Like God revealed you to them, and they're just silently guarding you from a distance and making sure that you're okay. Because this is an intense battle. It's intense. Like, back to this man here, okay? This man has come to this, it's like a revelation. He's repenting is what it is. He's repenting. Look, he's repenting. And that is exactly what he needed to do. He wants to leave everything behind. This man is like severing ties with 90% of his social group. The people who he's connected to, he's cutting them out. Completely. He's kicking people out of his life. He's removing them one by one. He's asking them to leave. It's like I see him in his kingdom or his mansion, and he's like telling people, get out. Get out. Get your stuff and leave. Like he's cleaning, like imagine cleaning your house, but it's more so of a spiritual cleaning that's going on. And he's asking all of them to leave. He wants, what I'm hearing from him, he wants a new way of life. It's like a king waking up one day and saying, no, this is not what I want for my kingdom. Because in a way, this man is a king in the physical realm. Like this man has a lot of power. And I feel like he owns a lot of property. Maybe he even owns territories and stuff like that. And he's waking up and he's using his power and influence for good now. Now he's like, no, I don't want to live like this anymore. We're going to do this differently. We're going to do that differently. I'm going to fire these people. I'm going to bring in better people. I want a renewal. That's what it is. The renewal of the mind and spirit. That's what's going on. A spiritual renewal. Oh my God. He's cleansing. He's cleansing. The enemy saw this man for his abundance and said, let's use this man's abundance, his power and influence to fuel our own agenda, to drive our own agenda. Because the devil doesn't have any real power, and everything he has is a counterfeit. So he needs a person who has the power, who has the blessing, the fortune, the gifts, the talents, the skills, who has the fortune to carry out his dirty work. So the devil was really trying to influence a man who God made so powerful and so abundant. But the devil was trying to use this man to carry out his agenda, to do his dirty work. Because this man is resourceful. This man is abundant. This man has more than enough, by the way. And that's what the devil himself doesn't have. So that's why when God blesses you with abundance, and it doesn't just have to be material abundance, but when God blesses you with abundance, protect it, because you will have many people scouting you for it, to use you for it, because they don't have that kind of favor. They don't have that kind of blessings on their life. Even those of you who are like talented and skilled and gifted and wise and knowledgeable, those are all blessings from God. And be careful with people scouting you, because they want to use your gifts, your God-given gifts and talents and skills. They want to use you to work for them, for you to manifest what they want. Like it's almost like using you as a power source to fuel charge up their own agenda because they don't have that blessing behind their manifestation. So their manifestations don't happen. So just be very careful. For those of you who God has really blessed in different ways, whether it's a gift that you have, a talent that you have, whether you're just an intellectual, you're brilliant minded, whether it's a skill, a craft, whether it's your fortune, your platform, be careful with people trying to partner up with you, because really you're the driving force behind their own manifestation. They're using what God gave you to manifest what they want. And I feel like that's exactly what was happening to this man here. And he got tempted and he was almost going into darkness. So what has happened is these people were having to pack their bags. Like, he's like, go. Ooh. Go. You know what I'm imagining? Like a palace, and you're the guest, and you've been staying in this palace, for some time, and like the workers want you out. The higher ups want you out because you're such a good influence on this man. And it's at a point where you're at a place in your life where maybe you've been lacking financially or lacking in something. And they're like, yeah, this is the opportunity where we can kick her out. And this man is like, no, I'm going to kick you guys out. I'm going to kick you guys out instead. Because truly, you can leave. You completed this journey. You completed this mission sooner. You completed the assignment. It's like the assignment was due within a year or two, but you completed it sooner. That's how good you are. My goodness. That's how good you are. And so truly, you can pack your bags and go. Mission accomplished. You don't even have to stay and accept a handout or accept help from him. You can go. This man is healed. The hermit's not here anymore. And I feel like you're at a place where maybe you are about to go. Maybe you're like, I can't stay here any longer. I notice the longer I stay here, I'm losing money or something, And it's because even though he has changed, he still has people in his life. He still has those dark-spirited people in his life who he hasn't cleaned out. It's like, look, I've helped you, but like you still have these people around you. So let me go. Let me go. I feel like it's no longer him that's the problem. I feel like it's the people. Because remember, he was influenced by dark, energetically dark people. So now it's like you can't say that you've seen the light and you've had this renewal of the mind, body, and soul, but you're still hanging out with bad people. It doesn't work that way. So I think now it's almost looking like, look, it's either me or them. And now it's all up to him. You've completed your part. Wipe your hands clean. You're done. Wipe your hands clean. I actually feel like the reason why you may be taking a financial loss is because the mission is complete. You don't have anything else to give. You've given it all. It's like it was a trip, like literally like you're like a missionary. You were sent on this trip You were sent to this person, place, or thing. And God's like, okay, I'm going to give you 27 pentacles. That should last you your whole trip there. You know, God's like, let me give you 27 pentacles. That's enough. And you've used it all and the mission's complete. And you're like, dude, like, I don't even have bus fare back to my kingdom. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what's happening. I don't feel like you're bad luck. I don't feel like this has anything to do with you. It's just that you are what is it? What is it? You guys know I always like to tease, put a little teasing, lighten up the mood. You've been through a lot. You are, what's the word? Like you've stayed there longer than you need to. I actually feel like you're supposed to leave a long time ago, but he doesn't want you to leave. And you're like, dude, I'm running out of money. There's something that you're running out of. It doesn't have to be money, but there's something that you're running out of. And you're like, dude. Because literally, it's like he gave you 27 pentacles. He's like, this will last you on the mission. Then come back. You completed the mission. You know, so you're staying there longer than you need to. You know, and I feel like what's happening is let me see. Why did the Queen of Wands in the reverse come out? Ace of Cups. Oh, he likes you. Queen of Wands. But why are you in the reverse? Oh, he likes you. He likes you. Ace of Wands. Oh my God, this man has been playing you. This man healed a long time ago. Sorry guys, I'm drinking something. Excuse me, this man, he's been playing you. He's been acting like he needs help so that you'll stay longer. He likes you. But I notice how you're the Queen of Wands in the reverse. You are kind of, I don't want to say you're defenseless, but it's like you lost something, like you're running out of something. Excuse me. Oh, what is that? Sorry, you guys. Really? That is so random. Excuse me. This man has already healed. And I feel like what it is that he's been doing, I don't feel like he wants you to go. I don't think he wants you to go. But you're like, dude, like, I've outlasted my stay here. Like, I was only supposed to be here for 3 months. I was only supposed to be in this house for 3 months. Or I was, excuse me. You're like, I feel like something's going on with you where you're taking some sort of loss, whether it's a financial loss, whether it's like, see how I just coughed? Are you getting sick? Because I am. It's almost spring where I live. So the weather changing like this, Lord, Lord. You're like, I'm only supposed to be in this house for a couple of months. This man is like, no, can you stay longer? And you're like, what in the world? Like, I have another mission to go on, you know? Um, and whoa, my eyes are like wide open. My spiritual eyes are wide open in this reading. Like, this is someone's exact story. Because I'm seeing stuff and without even asking for spirit to show me, I feel like he, now that I think about it, excuse me, the devil card is not out once in this reading. This man has healed, and I feel like he's actually coming to you with an offer. Maybe this is him wanting to give you money. It depends what stage are you at on this mission. If you're like, Dream, I'm at the last stage, like, like I'm complete, like I want to go, you know? It just depends. You know, what's going on with him is he's leaving everything behind. I actually feel like he's also asking people to leave. It's like you're in this palace, and it could be anything. It could be a job that you're at where this is happening. It could be a neighborhood, community, apartment building, business, company. It could be school, some sort of establishment, you know, organization. And it's the owner of the place who is this man. He's the power figure. So wherever you're at, it's the owner who you were sent to save, because the power comes from him, right? It's like a hierarchy within any establishment, any organization. It's the hierarchy. He's at the very top. And so he has power to clear out all of these dark energies by getting rid of the people who are carrying these dark energies. He's cleaning up the place. He has executive power in this establishment, is what I'm trying to say. Now, what's going on with him? Because I feel like he doesn't want you to go. I feel like he's here as the emperor. He's the Four of Swords, Five of Swords, Four of Swords, Five of Swords. Four of Swords is like contemplation. Five of Swords, he doesn't want you to go. Like, Five of Swords is unresolved. There's still something, he doesn't want you to go. And he likes you. You're showing up as the Queen of Wands. I think you're just at a low point right now. You're at a low place right now where I think you're even tired or exhausted. Something's going on with you. That's why you came out as poverty and coffin, you know? And I feel like it's like physical things that are going on, whether it's finances, whether it's your health, because it's time to go. It's time to wrap this up. Let me go ahead and get my suitcase, pack up, you know? And this man, I feel, has actually been doing things so that you can stay. You see, he still has those sneaky ways in him. But that's just humanistic. It's not really from a dark side. It's just a humanistic side where I feel like he likes you, but you're showing up as the Queen of Wands in the reverse. I feel like you're tired. You're becoming depleted. It may not even be your finances, but you're becoming depleted. I clarify the Queen of Wands, Ace of Cups. He likes you. He has love for you. And the Sun, he's in love. When I see the Sun card, yes, it represents growth, prosperity, expansion, fertility, happiness, but it's also someone who's in love. He's in love. He's in love. And you are showing up as the Queen of Wands, so you are very attractive. And the World card is completion and the Judgment, of final decision. I feel like you've completed, like, look at the angels clapping. You completed the mission, but I feel like you did a very, like, excellent, like more than 100%. You know, like when the teacher grades your exam and she puts 100, no, you got like 150, 180, like, and I feel like it's I'm telling you, you carry that sword and you slay demons, and you did it faster. You did it sooner than the assignment due dates. That's how powerful you are. And I feel like that's exactly why you were chosen for this particular mission here. The world card is a success. Literally, the world card represents a successful completion. Literally, the world card, positive, the world card represents positive results, desirable outcomes. Like, you know, positive results, desirable outcomes. Like, you did it. You did the dang thing. And he's sitting here as an emperor. And I feel like this man wants you. Now that I'm looking, Four of Wands is a commitment. Could even represent marriage. King of Cups, he has a cup of love. The Hierophant, marriage. Two of Cups, two people coming together. He's very attracted to you with the Ace of Wands. Wow. I feel like now it's like the divine is looking at the two of you like, okay, so what's gonna happen? I'm telling you, because the divine gave you like it was like some sort of financial blessing so that you can be able to be like, I feel like you're in an affluent community. And the divine blessed you financially so that you can be able to afford to live there just for this particular mission. But now you're like, okay, I'm running out of coins, like, gotta go. And this man is like, no, I don't want you to go. I actually feel like he's been doing some sneaky things so that you'll stay. I feel like I feel like he is like, he doesn't want you to go. That's what he's hiding. And maybe he's even acting like he's still wounded so that you'll stay. I'm sorry, you guys. Because by now, he's supposed to be coming out. Like, he's not in the hermit. So where is he? He wants to see you. He wants to come together with you. But he's not doing it yet. Maybe he feels like if he stands back, you'll stay. I feel like he's been doing things so that you won't go, is what I'm trying to say. And I feel like he's in love. And I don't think he's felt love in a long time. So it's strong. It's like a person who hasn't loved in years. And now they're finally loving again. So it's a sweet taste, you know? It's a sweet feeling. It's good. He's feeling pure love again. And he doesn't want to let you go. That's what it is. That's what it is. Everything's fine. Empress. I think that you are going to stay in this palace. And I feel like he is going to make you his empress. Whoa. He's in love. I can feel it. Oops. He's in love. he's just know that whatever you need, he has your back. If it's money that you need, if it's money that you'll need, this man he'll get it for you. He'll buy it for you. He'll give you the funds. And it's not coming from a dark place of, I want to control you. He's the King of Cups. There's no devil card out here. That represents control. There's no Seven of Swords out here that represents, ulterior motives, someone who's doing something underhandedly. This man, and the King of Cups is righteous, very diplomatic, very compassionate. You turned a King of Swords into a King of Cups. That, like, what? You are something special. How do you do that? How do you turn a King of Swords into a King of Cups? Someone who's cold, detached, distant, into King of Cups, someone who's deeply emotional and sensitive. How do you do that? Wow. You're so powerful. And I know that the divine is so proud of you. I feel like he's going to offer you something. I do. The Ace of Pentacles, and then look at the Six of Cups is here. It's to reconcile with you. It's to reunite with you. Everything is fine in the Empress. Whatever it is that you need, like, he has your back. And I feel like that's, from his perspective, he's like, this woman saved me, rescued me. And I feel like this is the beginning of something very special. You have a very special place in this man's heart. I feel like you are his first true love. And by the looks of it, you'll be his last love, by the looks of it, because he wants to make you his Empress. That's big. That's like a wife. And maybe this Ace of Pentacles is something more. Justice. He might even want to give you something or return something to you. Maybe it's money. Maybe it's a gift. But he feels it's a reward for what you've done. The Justice card represents getting what you deserve. It's almost like this man's gonna make a vow to you. Like, anything you want, he'll give it. And it's just to move things forward between the two of you. Six of Swords. I feel like he wants to reconcile with you so that he can keep you in his life. Yeah. It's to smooth things over with you. I feel like there's something that he wants to do or give you, and it's to smooth things over with the Knight of Pentacles. He has something for you. And it's to smooth things over with you. The Fool card is here. It's to have a new beginning with you, like a fresh start with you. Like, I feel like he's gonna tell you, like, would you like to stay here? You know, like, I'll cover this like for free. Like, there's something, like, there's a kind gesture, something here that he's gonna do. You know, like, I would like you, like, I'm telling you, it's not even gonna be presented as a question. He would say, I would like you to stay here. Like, you have a friend now with the Strength card. You have a friend now. You have a protector, the Strength. Yeah, I feel like by the speed of light, this man would do anything to help you. The Knight of Wands, he's going to be ready for anything when it comes to you, anything you need. But I do feel like he likes you. I do. Yeah. Don't worry. The Devil card is just representing the strong desires that he has. He likes you. The Star's wish fulfillment. You know, it's like I see him asking, like, would you like to stay here? I feel like he's also been trying to keep you accommodated, making sure that you're being well provided for. You do get special treatment. You are a really big deal, and I feel like the workers in this palace here, they know it. So what's gonna happen here? You're gonna choose to stay. The Ten of Cups. It looks like with the Ten of Cups, you're gonna choose to stay. Ten of Cups. I feel like you're gonna say yes. I feel like you're going to say yes. I feel like the Ten of Cups is that happily ever after. It's your fairy tale ending. It also represents a family. You guys may even settle down and have a family, have a happy home. Ten of Cups to me always gives me like a home life feeling. I feel like this man spiritually healed a while ago. And so the things that he's been doing, it just comes from a humanistic selfishness where it's to keep you from leaving. Three of Cups. Three of Cups. Yeah. You're going to, I feel like you're going to merge lives with this person. I do. I feel like you're going to merge lives. You're going to merge lives. You're, wow. And I keep on feeling like he wants to talk to you. I do. It's so funny seeing, it's cute. It's funny, it's adorable though. Seeing a man like this who's really like a beast, and he's so shy. He's so shy to tell you how he feels. Mature man. It's like he's never really felt this way before. He gets really nervous. Really, really nervous. Family room. Pathway. I feel like you are needed somewhere else though. I do. But maybe you can work something out. I feel like you can make this your home. If this is where you choose to be. You know, the missionary has to eventually settle down, right? And you can choose this place as your home. But I feel like there's another, maybe it's a family matter, mature man, family room, and then pathway. And then change. So I wonder if like you're being called somewhere else, or if this is the same storyline, or is it something different? Expectation. No, I feel like someone's expecting you. Like you really are a missionary. You're like appointed to different places, but I feel like this place here can be a home for you. And that's what he wants to tell you. Like, this is your home. You're welcome back anytime. You can stay here. Like, it's like I see him almost saying, like, you can stay here as long as you want, you know, and we'll accommodate you. You're called somewhere else, though. Oh boy, do you get a break? There's another situation here that's pertaining to a mature man. Family room. Maybe this person lives close to you. Sometimes family room, you can interpret it literally, where it's someone who's close in proximity to you. Or family room could represent a private matter, one that's close to home. I feel like this has to do, the mature man is like a father figure, grandfather, godfather, mentor, elder. I feel like this is more so personal for you though. Like a father or father figure in your life, family room, needs you. That's where you're being guided next. Pathway. That's where you're being guided next. Pathway. That's the next path. That's the next mission. And there are people expecting you. They need your help. Wow. May God continue to bless you and strengthen you for all the work that you're doing for Him here on earth. You really are an angel. You really are a gift to the world. And God bless you. I'm going to go ahead and end the reading. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I really hope you enjoyed the message. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to support the channel. If you're interested in connecting with me more, all of my information will be linked in the description box. I have a website. There's also a way that you can live chat with me. I also have a prayer submission where you can submit a prayer request, share with me what you feel comfortable with me knowing, and I'll keep you in my prayers. There's also a link to donate if you want to support the channel more. Thank you guys so very much. Take care, everyone, and many blessings to you.